Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the supporting cast of the Super Mario Bros. Universe in action figure form, featuring Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Wario, and Waluigi by knex. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Yoshi's always been a difficult character to portray in action figure form from the front because of that bulbous nose. I do like how the nostrils are done here though, and looking at the eyes, they're very cute and very old school, but a little bit off, I think, on this. The paint could be way better on them, and also the paint could be better on the side. That just isn't that great. And moving towards the back, there are some nicks out of his spines over here, and there's a lot of legalese back here that doesn't look that great. There's also seam lines on his snout and on his cheek. It does not look that great as far as the action figurine-ness of this Yoshi. It's a shame. And as for articulation, Yoshi can move his head all the way around. It does look nice with a little bit of up and down, side to side. He looks very cute, but more from the top. Going to the body and legs, the body itself isn't painted all that well. It kind of fades off to the sides here and here, not that great. The arms are done in green. They look nice, have little claws in them, and do have suggestions of fingers here, and can rotate at least and go up and all the way back forward. Pretty nice on that over here. And on the back, there is a circular shell that is humped, as well as the tail looks pretty cute. The paint could be better on the bottom though, and the seams, those seams! And the body can also rotate the torso, but it does mess the paint up and doesn't look that great. I mean, look at this. It's like a weird polygonal Yoshi. And the legs are basically these kind of circular portions with more square type portions, but they are molded kind of well. The bottom's all hollowed out for some reason. I'm not sure if knex uses pegs or anything, but that's a pretty cool detail. They look nice from pretty much all angles. The back has some more hollowed out points though. And for articulation, the leg can move up this far for both and back this far for both. Not really that great. It's hard to have him stand because of his bulbous nose though. Yoshi isn't really the best figure here. He's trying, I guess, but let me know if you want to do a Yoshi month for the video game Let's Plays. I'd like to. Let me know in the comments below. Yoshi stands at about 2 inches taller, so here's Yoshi next to Mario and Luigi, and Princess Peach and Toad. Donkey Kong is up next, and I love this head sculpt. It's so wonderful. It's Donkey Kong. The face is literally Donkey Kong. It's perfect. The eyes are done very well, and those little fur points on the inside of the eyes are done really nicely too. They're also slanted to the side a little bit. He's a mean DK. Look at him. The furrowed brow is phenomenal. I love how that looks, as well as the kind of like furry portion of the outline going around his skin. It's awesome. The two tufts of hair on the top look really great, and yeah, there's a seam line here and a bunch of legalese back here, I guess, and this seam line is awful. I hate it. And for articulation, you barely get anything, like a little tiny bit. That's it. It's on a peg, so yeah, you can Dremel it out, but I wouldn't. I like it this way. I'm cool. The body's very plain. It's really sad. That head sculpt was great and the body isn't sculpted at all. It's very blocky and square, but I guess that's knex for you. The DK logo on his tie looks horrible. The tie looks way too just squared off, and the chest is fine, I guess. There's some nicks and scratches though. The color is fine. I do like how it looks over here. He has a molding mark on his back, I guess, and some molding marks on his shoulders, and yeah, it's not that great. And I love the hands though. They look really nice too. And let's talk about the arms. The arms are awesome. I love how they're big, chunky, squared off. You get some really nice rotation on them too, going all the way around. Pretty much the hand does get in the way though, so maybe not all the way. And the hands can swivel pretty much all the way around. Did I mention how much I love these hands? This is a great mold. Shame the paint is awful though. And the feet are appropriately stubby. I do like how they look, and yeah, there's pegs in the bottom as well as holes in the back. I'm not sure what those are for. I guess they're kind of weird. The toes he has look really awesome though. I love how they look, and they're just excellent. They pair really well with the hands, and I gotta say, these are some good molds on these. Well done. He does have a swivel, however, over here that breaks up the sculpt as well, going all the way around, and then his feet go up, not that far, and back pretty okay. It's alright. Though when you twist it, it does break up the sculpting, which is a shame. And going back is pretty decent on this figure, but he might fall over. And while I tried to put him in a pose where his arms are down and his feet are more back in a hunch position, it doesn't really work all that well. So he's crawling or something, I don't know. For all the faults this figure has, it really makes it up in the sculpt that carries this figure through. Well done, DK, and well done, knex. I like this one a lot. Donkey Kong stands at about 2 to 2.5 inches taller, so. Here's Donkey Kong next to Fire Mario and Fire Luigi. I actually like how he gained the fire power in the movie. That was pretty cool, but he's very out of scale here, honestly. And here's Donkey Kong next to Fire Peach and Fire Toad, and just like the movie, I wish we had Ice Peach. That would be amazing. But where would DK be without his little buddy Diddy? This guy is the unsung hero of the knex Mario line. Even though the eyes are positioned not that great, and I actually realized they're basically Sonic eyes with that one eyeball thing, it's really well done. He's got everything the character has from the games, the large mouth, the large ears, the fur looks really great, and the Nintendo on the hat is just chef's kiss, as well as the legalese being on the top of the hat. I love that! And on the back we do have some mold markings there, and it looks really nice and comes so well together. It's a really well done head, and yeah, he has that weird chin seam, but whatever, honestly. And for articulation, the head can swivel, not really all the way around, just left and right pretty much, up and down not really at all, but this is one of the better heads for the entire series of knex Mario figures. The shirt is partially obscured by the head. Moving it a little bit reveals there's just more red. I love these stars though, they're very cute. The arms are done in brown to represent his fur, and they look really nice, and the hands I think are not as good as DK's, but they're pretty good. I do like the amount of fingers in there, nice touch. And going around to the back, there's more stars that are basically the front stars, but just differently positioned a little bit. This looks really cool. I actually wore this shirt when I was doing my Donkey Kong Country playthrough way back when last year, so yeah, check that out if you want. It's pretty fun and really cool. The tail is done in an S. I love how this looks. You get some nice articulation out of it too. You can just sort of organ grind Diddy. I don't know. It's cute though and adds a nice touch to the figure. And for articulation, you can twist the body even if it does break up the sculpt a little bit, but not the paint. That's a nice little touch for this figure. And the arms can go up, not really that far, but farther when you move the head around, and they can go back pretty okay. Can he grab his tail? Yeah, I think he can. He can actually go pretty much all the way around on that, looking very nice. And the hands can swivel all the way around pretty much. It works out very well. I'm impressed by this figure, how small it is, but how much articulation you can pack into it. The feet are basically the same as DK's, but smaller, and I do like how they look. There's those toes there, but not as pronounced as DK's, and there are little hollowed out points on the bottom. And going all the way to the back, we do have these more points over here. It's like Lego in a way. Weird. And you do get up pretty okay for articulation and back pretty okay for articulation. This is really nicely done. They're just kind of bowed in a little bit, but I do like how they look on the figure. Diddy Kong, for not really that many faults, is one of the best figures in this line. I love him. Diddy Kong stands at about 1.5, 1 3/4 inches taller, so. Here's Diddy Kong next to Maker Mario and Fire Toad. I like how the colors match pretty well here. And here's Maker Mario next to Fire Princess Peach and regular Luigi. And here's Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and Diddy Kong all next to each other, and they look pretty good, but DK is really still small, and Yoshi just, I think, way too big. But what about me? Wah-ha-ha! And what about me? Wah-ha-ha! Right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and hit the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Probably one of my favorite characters in the Mario universe. I love Wario so much. He's just so fun and weird and funny. knex captured his head sculpt perfectly. I love this. The nose, the eyes, the grin, the mustache, the brows, the hat, the ears. It's all there. He just looks so good from every angle. He's the perfect specimen of a man. I love him so much. Even the back is great with the hair. It's just wonderful. I don't really have any notes on this. It's amazing. I love the nose. I love the mustache. I love the grin over here. It's really great with even it not going down all the way. The chin is epic and really just, it's a butt chin. It's great. And the eyes too had a little bit of blue on either side. Nintendo must have made them go back and redo it because this is perfect. I love this so much. I'm not sure what the prototype was, but this is the final product and I love it. And the articulation is the same as always, going all the way around, and Exorcist Wario is the most nightmare-inducing thing in the entire world run. Wario's body looks great. If anything, I'd make it slightly lighter. It looks too dark on camera. It looks really nice actually in real life, but yeah, it's okay, I guess. I do love how you have that separation of the skin tone as well as the yellow for his shirt over here, and the overalls themselves look nice, but there's a little bit of iffiness over there, as well as these not really that well done buttons. The hands are huge and bulbous, and they have the Wario logo. That's a really nice touch. I do love how they're separated into fingers as well for that, although that's a given for this. I even like how the back looks. It's okay, I guess. It honestly could be a lot better. I'm not sure what really happened here. Yeah, there's some issue over here, and over here as well. And on the side, this is fine. But yeah, he's pretty fat and I just love it. He's great. And for articulation, you do get some wreckage as far as swiveling over here with the body. It's kind of weird and square and hollow, and just keeping him like this is fine. I don't even know why they gave him a swivel. That's weird. And for his arms, you can go up pretty far as well, and all the way around, not really. You can't. It's a shame. I think his ear gets in the way, and that's kind of a bummer. At least he can twist over here, and this works out very well. I do like how this looks. It could be a different color, I guess, for the whole thing, though a little bit brighter. That'd be great. And the lower half is just a really nicely done continuation of the upper half. I do love how it's very flat in the back, very bulbous in the front. You do get that stomach over there. He's not pregnant. He just eats a lot of garlic. The shoes are done really well, too. I love how they look. They kind of poke out while still retaining that knex style of the angular, very flat, almost toy-like proportions. And on the bottoms of his feet, you do get the holes over here as well as the holes in the back, and the holes even further back. They're kind of weird and strange, guys. And for articulation, you can go back pretty far with Wario and forward pretty far with Wario. He can't really sit that well, but he can stand nicely, and that's really all that counts for this big fat guy. There's so much TLC put into Wario, and I really love how he looks. A banger of a figure. Well done. Waha! Waluigi. Yeah, it's him again. Yawn. No, I'm just kidding. Waluigi's pretty cool. This figure didn't really come out as well as I thought it would, though. But then again, Waluigi's often been overlooked by Nintendo lately. The paint of the mustache is pretty awful, and the L isn't that great on top. I might got the second hand. I'm not really sure. And they probably should have some outlines in his eyes, but they're not there, I guess. The teeth are put into a weird grimace, and it doesn't look that great on the paint anyways. And the eyebrows aren't really painted too well also, and those eyes are beady and small. I really hate them. His ears are nice, but I don't really get the sort of ear portion of the hole in that. It doesn't look that great at all. And on the back, the paint isn't that great for this hair anyways. And they put the legalese on the top of the hat. And honestly, I think this figure is one big troll. It just can't be this bad. But then again, it's Waluigi, so it can be that bad. So I don't know. It's weird. And for articulation, you do get a swivel left and right a little bit. It's kind of hard to move and really it's threatening to break. And this is just, I mean, this is a bootleg? I don't even know. Left and right, though, it's just difficult and awful. The body is very short and squat, and the arms are long, and I swear this figure is a troll figure. It does look pretty okay, though. There is some weird sort of flanging around these buttons. It doesn't look that great. The lines for the overalls look pretty straight. I do like the coloration of this. The L's are on the gloves, and they look nice, and there is some paint missing on top of this over here. It's all right, but I swear this is like a bootleg or something. I'm really weirded out, especially with this being a chase figure that's really hard to find. I don't know. And for articulation, you do get a swivel over here that looks like threatening to break once again. That's terrible, and also threatening the fabric of reality with it being like a square body. I don't know, it doesn't work for me. And the arm articulation that goes up really far and back pretty far on this with a swivel on the wrist. It works out nicely, but I swear this figure is a troll. The feet aren't really painted that well either. I don't know what's wrong with this. Is this a prototype figure I picked up? I'm not sure, but I do like the orangey paint on here. It's at least kind of nice, but not really done that well. To get shoes are scuffed or something. I don't know. The legs are very long, and the pants are kind of black over here. We get 3 holes back here and 2 holes in the bottom of these, and yeah, it's just weird. I'm expecting some good range on this, so here we go. He gets in a really good sitting position, which actually works out very nice, and for him being far flung across whatever level he's in, he can do well on that too. Waluigi is an enigma, and this figure is exactly the answer to the question, is he weird? Yes, he's weird, and this figure proves it. Wario stands at about 2¼ inches tall or so. Here's Wario next to Gold Mario and Silver Luigi, which reminds me of the metal cap power-up he had in Super Mario 64. That's pretty cool. And here's Wario next to Princess Daisy, who he kidnapped in Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins, as well as Toad, who I think I jumped on a bunch of times with Wario in Super Mario 64 DS. Waluigi stands at about 2¼ to 2½ inches tall or so. Here's Waluigi next to Maker Mario. Please fix him, Maker Mario. And Fire Luigi. Please burn him, Fire Luigi. As well as his kind of counterpart to Luigi, or at least Princess Peach. Princess Daisy over here. I'm so sorry, Princess Daisy. And Fire Toad. Please burn him, Fire Toad. And here's Wario and Waluigi next to Yoshi. And here's Wario and Waluigi next to Yoshi, next to DK, and next to Diddy Kong. Overall, quite the supporting cast. Yoshi's a fair figure, but really top-heavy and not all that great, honestly. His articulation is really marred by the fact that his hands are so close to his body. body. Donkey Kong looks great at the outset, but could have more effort put into him. That being said, though, I really like this figure, and he's very well done. Diddy Kong is amazing. A lot of faithfulness to the source material, great articulation, and a wonderful look put into a compact, small, cute little package. Wario is basically perfect, and not for a couple of quality control issues as far as the paint, but I do love the sculpt as well as the head sculpt. It's amazing. Waluigi is weird. If you're a fan of Super Mario Brothers, buildable figures, or knex, then you'll love these. They're really great. If I could only pick up one or two, though, I would highly recommend Diddy Kong and Wario. They're both amazing. But make no mistake, to have such a great supporting cast as all these characters, you have to have some great connections. So which figure here is your favorite? Yoshi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Wario, or Waluigi? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.